Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mark Henninger from Sound and Vision magazine at CEDIA 2023, and I am in the OSD audio booth with Simon Spears, and he's going to take us through what is new.
Hey Mark, good morning. Thank you for coming by and welcome to the OSD booth. Day 3 of CEDIA. My voice is going because for 2 days now we've been bombarded with people and talking and having a really great time. The show's been tremendous for us.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I've been doing these interviews and my voice is a little bit gravelly also. So let's do this gravelly voice day 3 interview.
Okay, sounds perfect. First of all, I want to talk about some new products we have here, and then I'll just quick overview of everything that we do for those people that aren't familiar with us as a company.
Sounds fantastic.
One of my favorite new products here at the show is a series of amplifiers that we're just launching, aimed at both the home theater market, but also for zone audio. And we decided to go for a 4-channel, a 6-channel, and an 8-channel amplifier, with each channel bridgeable, and every channel has its own level controls. And then we dedicated one channel, but one channel also can be used for subwoofers as well. It has a built-in subwoofer crossover that can be selected. The idea here was maximum flexibility. With these 3 amplifiers, we can give people 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 channel options. So the 6 channel could become a 5 channel by bridging the 2 channels for the center channel perhaps, and still leaving you left, right, and the surrounds. Very, very flexible. D-class amplification, super good specifications, high signal to noise ratio, low distortion, and run very, very cool. 125 watts per channel into 4 ohms, and as I say, bridgeable to over 200 watts. Very excited about these products coming into the marketplace for us. We think it's the next generation of home theater amplifiers for us, as well as an upgrade from our traditional zone amplifiers. But we'll get to those in a little bit. Just moving through some of the new products. Some things we've added are just simple. We provide a lot of speaker cable on drums. We always used to use the plastic reels that everybody uses. They break, they snap, and they're not functional at that point. So we've gone to the metal ones. A little bit more expensive to ship because they weigh more, but they don't break, they don't snap, and it's just an easier solution. We're in the 70 volt market as well. This is 70 volt or 8 ohms outdoor speaker. We're known at OSD for our price points. I mean, what we do is we source our products extremely effectively from the same factories that everybody else uses. Very low overhead, very good sourcing. We buy very, very well. These little things, little 2-way 4.5 inch with a 70 volt transformer built in, also 8 ohms. We can retail these for less than $100 a pair.
Oh God, dude.
Ridiculously.
Right on.
Ridiculously. Little get out of jail product. We just launched the Mark II version of our wireless transmitter. Everybody runs into this same problem. You've got your AV receiver at the front of the room, the left, the center, the right speakers are very easy to connect. What about the rears? How do you run the cable to them? Often people don't even bother, they just run the front 3. This gives you a wireless opportunity. You can transmit from our transmitter unit to the receiver. It's amplified, and it provides a simple solution. But also, I'm telling people, and I really like this, if you've got a theater and you build it and everything's all in and the subwoofers are located, you sit down and you start to calibrate and you realize you have a big hole in your bass response just because of the room acoustics.
Right.
The only solution really, if you can't move the subwoofer around, is to add a second subwoofer. Well, that's easy with one of these because you can also transmit bass to a different location without running wires and solve your acoustical problems in your room. So kind of a get out of jail product.
Got it.
Not finally, but also exciting for us is our Gen 2 version of the SRT4. What this has, 4 streaming solutions in one box. It's based on link play. We use the A31 module to give you AirPlay. Most of the services that you would normally find in a streamer are available through this product. We put 4 of them in one box with some global inputs. So you could run a TV as a main source and run it through any of those, select any of those from the source, that source from any of the zones. Or you have individual line-ins and digital inputs and obviously outputs to power amplifiers. This retails for $4.99 for 4 streamers.
Wow.
When you compare it to the major competition and the other guys, we're once again substantially less expensive. Pretty exciting.
And rack mountable and
Rack mountable.
yeah.
We have control 4 drivers, Elan drivers. It integrates really well into bigger systems,
Right.
and it provides a very, very inexpensive streaming solution for a whole house system. What else? Let's talk about, well, down here we have been selling these actually for probably 6 months now. It's a speaker and a light all in one. We've had quite a bit of success for it. People like it. Some of our competitors are doing a very similar product. Ours, of course, is at least half the price of theirs. So we decided we were going to expand on that kind of offering. And now we've got some on-wall versions. This would typically go next to an entryway into the house, a slider or a door for your outdoor light. And it provides background music as well. Expanding that same range, a slightly bigger version, then obviously a bollard type version of the same speaker. I'm not going to give you full range audio, it's background, but add a subwoofer and the whole thing comes together. You could probably put 6 of these around the house, 1 subwoofer, and you're going to get full range sound. Or if you're doing a complete landscape project where you have bigger speakers or rock speakers or burial subwoofers to reinforce the bass, and these just provide a nice little bit of additional sound. As you can see, we have a pretty good range of outdoor products. Of interest, perhaps, mostly, this is the same as our 4-streamer. This is a single stream with amplification built in, and it's weatherproof.
Wow.
So you're working on an outdoor system and you've got a gazebo or you've got a barbecue and you want to put some speakers out there, but you don't want to have to run a lot of cable. Place this out there. Separate power supply that's IP67 rated. It's extremely weatherproof. Connect the speakers up, and it's got the streamer built in. So they give you 2 times 40 watts. Pretty decent power for an outdoor system. Let's move over here. A couple of other new products. Sorry, you got to keep up with me. We're introducing a new subwoofer, 15-inch. Driver, 6-inch voice coil, huge surround, ported, hence the size of it. We get below 20 hertz. I really think this is going to be pretty successful for us. Our target retail, we haven't said it finally, but it's probably $7.99. 800 watt amplifier built in, sub 20 hertz frequency response, and it'll play super loud. That's the 15. We also have a 12-inch come in as well. And it complements our Travoce range of subwoofers, which most people are aware of. The Travoce are all sealed with the twin passive drivers, but these are a more traditional ported design, hence the larger box. And as everybody knows, with the ported design, you can keep the frequency response a little bit deeper, but then you get a sharp cutoff, as opposed to the slope that you get with a sealed design. Pretty excited about these. We've expanded our S-series offering. These are our home theater speakers designed ready to go behind an acoustically transparent screen. We've been selling the 82 Mark IIs for about a year now. Triple tweeter array, which is rotatable, so you can see it in a horizontal version, and then you can twist it to a vertical array. Tweeters, interestingly, we run 2 of them in 4 ohms and 1 of them in 8 ohms. Stops comb filtering and provides a much more cohesive sound for the high frequencies. And these paper doped cones for the 8-inch, I just love them. I think it's just one of the best materials to use for mid-bass. We roll these off starting at 100 hertz. So the natural curve, so it's a second order crossover. So the natural curve means that at 80 hertz, you're about 3 dB down, and at 60 hertz, you're at 10 dB down. Going to be used with subwoofers because it's a home theater solution. But we just added the show our new S85 Mark II. So you recognize the bass mid-drive in it, but now we've gone for the ribbon tweeter. And our thought was that whilst that's the perfect solution, the 82s are the perfect solution for a typical size theater, as soon as you get up to bigger theaters, you need to cast the sound further. This is a better way of doing it. Horn-loaded ribbon tweeter, you can go 100 feet away from this thing and still hear with absolute clarity. So in a bigger theater, in a bigger space, this will be our solution. Instead of the vinyl wrap, we've gone for a nice painted finish on the MDF. And it complements and fills out the range a little bit.
Tops it off, right?
Yeah, let's wander over and talk about some of the other stuff that we do.
Surely.
Some of the viewers will be familiar with our MX series of zone amplifiers, 8, 12 and 16 channels of amplification. What we've done this year, we've added on-off switches for each of the zones on the front panel. So if you have a big home and you typically have some rooms that are just used for guests and you don't have guests in town, turn those zones off. The amplifiers that service those zones are then not being used, they're not consuming any power, and you can just keep the zones on that you typically live in when you don't have guests or family around. So just a nice little feature. Very traditional, typical multi-channel amplifiers with bus inputs and local inputs and bridgeable. I mean, very, very flexible, but I think those front on-off switches for each channel is a nice little feature. So
Surely.
really happy to be showing these. These will be in stock before the end of the year.
Okay, cool.
There's so much stuff here. I'm not going to talk about everything because all your viewers will just fall asleep. But I do want to show what we're doing in the commercial sector. Increasingly, we do a fair bit of business in the commercial land. So 70 volt and 8 ohms, amplifiers, speakers, volume controls, separate transformers, back box seats, outdoor speakers. Pretty nice range.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are building out their outdoor entertainment.
Yeah, and if you've got a large outdoor zone, you're not going to run a star system for the speaker wires. You want to go just a single run of cable. 70 volts the way to go.
Right.
The quality of the transformers has improved dramatically. They sound way better than they used to. So it is a good solution for a larger outdoor area.
Yeah, outdoor dining basically is a thing now.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a pretty big range here. And then most people know us from our in-wall and our in-ceiling offerings. So I'll just do a quick run by there. Not going to spend too much time on it. Range of in-wall speakers. So if you're buying it, here's the way I look at this. Everybody has sound bars these days. Sound bar is just another box that sits on the wall. Very, very easy to add an in-wall speaker next to the TV. Put a little amplifier behind the TV, everything is hidden. Aesthetically, it's much, much prettier and it's going to sound way, way better. It's just a better solution than a sound bar. We don't have sound bars. And we have obviously a range of in-walls, different sizes, kind of the LCR type offerings and the two-ways. So if any of you out there are considering buying a soundbar for your TV, consider this as an alternative that's more elegant and probably more aesthetically pleasing to those people in the house that are always looking at having fewer boxes on the wall.
Of course. It's a big theme at this show.
And then, of course, we have a wide range of in-ceiling speakers with some special applications, angled baffles for if you're trying to do an Atmos system and you can't position the speaker directly where it needs to be. We have an angled baffle range. We have some shallow mount options which take up less space. We have a super shallow which only takes up about 1.5 inches. Whatever the application, whatever the situation is, we have a solution. Varying sizes from 5.25 up to 8-inch. Twin tweeters, if you have a room which is very small, maybe you're in a closet or a bathroom, you don't need stereo pair, put a single stereo speaker in there. Pretty much solution for every occasion. And then of course the tour de resistance in our ceiling models is
Oh man.
is the mother of all in ceiling speakers. 3-way, 10-inch, weighs a ton, comes with a mounting kit so it can't fall out the ceiling. You don't see too many of these. And honestly, a lot of people would not put a 10-inch in their ceiling. But if you put in a home theater in and you can't go in the walls or on the walls, this is going to give you really, really good performance and a great sound. So we go from super shallow to super huge.
Right on.
And everywhere in between.
Cool. That is quite a lineup.
Any questions? Huh?
Haha. We'll figure that one out in the comments. I
Yeah,
think.
well, just, get in contact with us. We offer a design service. So if you're designing an outdoor space and you're not sure what you're going to need, amplification, number of speakers, what the cost is going to be, we have a free design service. You go to our website, look for that service. One of our guys will talk to you, get the information about the size, the space you have, make some recommendations, work within your budget, and then we'll even give you a special deal if you decide to go with us for the solution.
Right on.